Channel 8, Street 6's most reliable news network. As always, I am your host, Nathan Bronstein. A quick programming note, we are canceling today's Quidditch match to show you a documentary on muktuk, the favorite Inuit meal. Today, a special guest, Republican presidential candidate Chance Kessler.
Great to be with you, Mr. Bronstein.
As well, we are joined by our studio's own Sean O'Rourke, the best investigative reporter in the Midwest. How can Nathan Bronstein broadcast this message to you? The answer is technological singularity. To be frank, a technological singularity is where a self-learning AI and artificial intelligence causes runaway technological growth. One of the many technologies that has been invented with that AI has been that here broadcasting device. There you go.
I am Sean O'Rourke, your investigative reporter at Channel 8. I wanted to investigate why there have been 178 Amtrak derailments since 2010. What can be done about it, and what they are not doing. This is Channel 8 on your side, your investigative report. Now watch the video! At what was supposed to be an Amtrak station that was supposed to open in 2015 in Huntley, Illinois, it was to serve the Black Hawk Line, providing a vital link between Rockford and Chicago. It was supposed to have stops in Huntley and Elgin. It was supposed to be a huge deal, however it was sadly canceled by a company this round. Over the last few years, Amtrak funds have been cut down a lot, and their CEO said they have been chronically underfunded for years. And President Trump has wanted to cut federal funds to Amtrak by 13%. This money is mainly used for rail improvements. As a result, there have been 178 derailments from 2010 to 2016, which is a completely ridiculous and unsafe number. We are now at a metro station, the Big Timber Road station in Elgin, because the nearest Amtrak station is an hour away in Naperville, and I will not be driving to Naperville just to do this thing. There's a technology that could prevent these accidents called positive train control, or PTC. PTC works as the train comes into a speed zone on the tracks. It gives the conductor a warning that it is going too fast. If the conductor doesn't respond, the technology slows down the train on its own. It was supposed to be implemented by 2018 on all tracks, but much work needs to be done still. Congress has extended the deadline until 2018 and are offering a 2-year extension on a case-by-case basis. Since then, accidents are still occurring that could have easily been prevented by PTC. Okay. How do you feel about the delays currently impacting the implementation of positive train control?
Well, okay, so the government has different groups that they have to keep happy. And obviously the oil companies are a huge part of that. And so by putting a lot of money into the trains, you are, in a sense, derailing the oil companies. And so that's one thing that they have to consider is do we really focus on the automotive, the train thing, or do we focus on oil companies? You have to make a choice. So okay. I think that idea needs to happen, but I think that's part of the whole problem.
A common thing often heard is that people don't feel safe riding Amtrak. However, some do and some don't.
I absolutely still feel safe riding Amtrak. I haven't done it in a long time.
Well, with Donald Trump taking money away from it, we'll be much better off. Because, you know, trains are useless anyway. Screw trains. Sean, turn off the video.
Why are they moving on these improvements?
It's mainly because of Congress, and Congress needs to get their act together. They did not make the right decision to extend the deadline until 2018, and it was originally 2016. Since then, there have been many more preventable accidents. I would blame Congress for this whole mess. It's really disappointing.
Hi, I'm Chance Kessler, Republican candidate for president. I hate the environment. We need more coal, more oil, and frack. We need to frack. I also want to lower the taxes on the wealthiest 1%. So that means Bill Gates, you're going to get a huge raise. And that one guy, working sales at Walmart, forget about it. It'll trickle down eventually, am I right? In defense, we will build a great big wall as far as the eye can see across the southern border and northern border. Those dang Canadians won't be coming anymore. If you take a chance, vote for Kessler.
Chance Kessler for president, even endorsed by Mr. Stukenberg.
And how do you feel about presidential candidate Chance Kessler's candidacy?
I would support him if he was 35 years old.
As mentioned before, I am joined by Republican presidential candidate Chance Kessler. He will be speaking his stance on arming school teachers.
Thanks, Mr. Bronstein. So, one of the biggest threats facing our schools and our children today is the threat of school shootings. Now, I'm here today to say to the American people, taking guns away is not the answer. What we need to do is arm teachers. The technology of firearms can be greatly implemented in our schools.
So what if the teacher takes his student's gun? I mean, the other way around. What if the student takes the teacher's gun?
Mr. Bronstein, the odds of that happening are so low. You know, as a conservative that grew up right here in the Midwest, in the suburbs, I haven't had to experience a school shooting. But in these cities, in these inner cities, these people do. And what I want to do is make sure that they are safe. I want to make sure that they are okay, and I want to make sure that we can utilize our Second Amendment's technology to protect our students.
What would be the legal responsibilities of the teacher that would stop or shoot the student that is currently the culprit of the school shooting?
Well, Mr. Bronstein, what do you mean?
What do I mean? Just
Illegal. It would be defense. If I'm not mistaken,
I never thought of it.
If I'm not mistaken, our Second Amendment is for defense. So if you defended another student, like a teacher would defend a student, that wouldn't be considered murder. Mr. Bronstein, are you insinuating
No.
that I'm a
Hey,
liberal?
let me tell you. These questions came from the viewers.
Oh, these are viewer questions.
Yes. Okay.
Ouch.
One last question. What are your thoughts on the allegations of you spending half of your campaign contributions on gift shop stuffed animals?
Wow, Mr. Bronstein, you caught me a little off guard here. I have categorically denied these allegations. These allegations are false. False, made up by the liberal media. In this kid, you are a liberal propagandist. Vote for Chance. Buy my new book.
Hey!
Stores.
Hey,
it's gonna be
we
out.
have to leave.
It's gonna be out. It's coming out on Amazon.
Please
It's gonna
do.
be at Barnes and
Yeah, we're
Nobles.
gonna have to. I'm gonna throw Legos at you.
It's gonna be.
Hey,
It's gonna be at Barnes and Nobles.
Hey.
200 pages.
security!
Great reviews.
Security!
Sorry, viewers. We really apologize for what just happened back there. We will never have him back on the show. We're very sorry.
Thanks for watching Channel 8 News, the best news network in that place.
Stay safe.
Sponsored by Bubbly. No calories, no sweeteners, all smiles.